This mod adds stark armors from the TV show Game of Thrones. There is a heavy version of the armor that has steel attributes, and there's also a lightweight version of the armor. King John's armor does not require a helmet and has slightly increased attributes. Now, all of these armors can be forged at any normal forge in the steel and lamellar sections. Only one armor can make you feel righteous enough to kick King Joffrey right in his penis. Does this outfit make me feel like I could manslap a Dothraki serial rapist right across the mouth? Yes. Yes, it does. Nothing says I'm ready to body a White Walker like some Stark armor. That's for sure. Now, Stark armors remind me of what it might be like to grow up as a badass son of a decapitated war hero who inadvertently fucks his aunt on a sea vessel. You know? Some real lascivious shit there. Real lascivious. I rate this mod one person who got into yoga for all the wrong reasons.
Yep, I almost got it. There's a couple more inches.
Now, the Ebony armor is a conundrum in Skyrim. It gets off to a good start with a dark, ominous color setup and some high-level protection, but then it just flops down dirty just short of the finish line with its unbearable design. Put it this way, if you wore the Ebony armor to school, the kids would peer pressure you into destroying it. And that would just be the beginning, because we all know how peer pressure can escalate. 1 second you're changing outfits, the next you're skipping class, and before you know it, you're fingering a pigeon's asshole in a dark alley for a gobstopper. The Ebony armor is one of the most underutilized armors in Skyrim. It has great damage resistance and is meant for high-level play, but nobody wants to wear it because it's like the ugly duckling of armors. In fact, it's so unattractive that if you saw it on Tinder, you'd go out and you'd buy a new phone. It's the kind of ugly that if it made eye contact with you at the bus stop, you'd move to a different city altogether. Long story short, it's ugly as fuck. It's got a tiny helmet that just screams, "Please don't hit me in the goddamn face," and it's got body armor that looks like a big bulky turd. However, the Ebony armor does look like it has the potential to be a great set of armor. This mod author also saw that potential and brought it to fruition with this great adaptation of the Ebony armor. Now, this armor doesn't just look balanced in terms of its design, but it also looks magnificent in relation to other armors in the game. This is the type of armor that you just want to be inside of, in more than one way. It's got the stats of high-level armor, and now looks the part as well. This is the type of little fix that goes a long way in anyone's playthrough of the game. Aesthetically speaking, this is a must-have mod in Skyrim Special Edition. I rate this mod one maniacal evil baby genius.
You'll never escape this time, Bond. Not ever! Oh, it's less funny now. It's less funny. Oh, God.
Are you the type of person that has a deep-seated fear of getting an axe lodged in your goddamn face? Do you feel that the iron armor in the game couldn't protect a bear from a bee sting because of its lack of overall coverage? Well then, boys and girls, I have an armor that will tickle your dick all the way to Whiterun. This armor protects everything on your body. Put it this way, if your body was a lost 8-year-old girl at a local shopping mall, this mod would be like that little girl is wearing medieval armor. Probably wouldn't help her find her family or stop her from getting kidnapped, but it would protect her from the unlikely but possible scenario of a mall stabbing. This mod adds a full suit of plate armor to the game. Now, this armor can be crafted at the forge as long as you've acquired the advanced armor perk. Or if you can't craft it, a set of it can be stolen from the castle barracks in Solitude. This medieval style armor comes in a few different styles, including multiple helmets. One that looks cool as shit, and the other that kinda looks like the tip of a penis, which for some reason is giving me confusing sexual thoughts. Also, there are variants that have a red feather on the helmets. Now, I don't understand what the feather does, but it sure does make you look nice. The meshes and textures for this armor look incredible, and it fits into the world of Skyrim really well. Its real-life medieval design adds something new to the world of Skyrim without breaking immersion. This armor is a great addition to the game that offers full coverage that would make anyone, even a lost 8-year-old girl, feel safe during combat. I rate this mod one guy who's very good at pretending to play the trumpet.
I look up, so people think that I'm blowing hard. Shh. It's our little secret.
Have you ever thought to yourself, I wonder what it would be like if a really sexy lady, barely dressed, turned to a world of crime and thievery? Well, look no further, because this armor will bring that thought to fruition with this very scandalous armor mod. This mod adds a Slooty style armor to the game that looks both sexual and practically functional. It is designed to look like other thief style outfits, closely resembling that of the Thieves Guild, if the Thieves Guild strictly recruited strippers. This is definitely the type of thief that you'd let take your wallet just on the off chance that her hand would graze your genitals during the heist. I mean, your spank bank would be working overtime to record that experience in full IMAX 3D for future use. Now this armor does look like it would fit the character type of a thief though. With its leather design and a hoodie to hide your identity, this armor really is a great Slooty alternative to the bulky Thieves Guild outfit. Even though this armor is fun to look at, it doesn't take away from immersion and still makes you feel entangled in the world of Skyrim. Now, if you want to acquire this armor, you will first have to find the crafting manual for it, which is located throughout the world in a very lore-friendly place. For a full spoiler on where it's located, check out the mod author's page on the Nexus for more details. Now, the manual itself must be held in your inventory in order for the armor to appear at the forge for crafting. Now, note that the hood doesn't support beast races, so if you like to play as a pussycat or a lizard thing, then, you're gonna have to get your hoodies somewhere else. Now, it can be crafted at the steel category once you have the necessary crafting manual in your inventory. This armor has an array of different styles, and it's fun for the whole fucking family. It ranges anywhere from full-on skimpy as shit, all the way through to mostly clothed. If you got a PG-13 thing going on, well then you can cover up your shit. Or if you want to play with your dick out of your pants, you can go for that skimpy look. I rate this mod one fish that has no friends because he's weird as fuck. Hey there, you little yellow fish guys. You wanna come hang out in my basement and draw me? Now, if an assassin ever showed up at my door and was looking to kill me, I can only hope that they would be dressed like this, and that they'd actually be a woman. Because it would be bittersweet if they were dressed like this, but there was a big old sausage and baked potato staring at me from the doorframe. Honestly, I just think he'd kill the mood. This mod adds an armor to the game that an assassin would wear if they didn't have a lot of money and couldn't afford an entire outfit. This outfit literally only covers the goodies, making it really hard to wear something like this to a kid's birthday party, especially if you show up uninvited. I'm just expressing myself, Shelly. Why are you always trying to censor me?
Because my kids can see your balls.
Yeah, okay, but why else? This armor requires a crafting manual in order to be craftable at the forge under the Daedra category. Now, this manual can be found in a very lore-friendly place throughout the world. Hint, hint, brotherhood. Now, if you would like a full spoiler, check out the mod author's page for more details. This armor does look incredible, from its dark black leather design to the fishnet stockings that are perfect for storing $1 bills. It also comes with its own unique dagger, which is great for stabbing and slashing people in the face, two things that assassins usually do. I'm gonna stab you right in the eyes. There is an array of different styles to choose from and add-ons to really make this armor unique to your character. You can go from Slooty to outright hooker friendly, depending on how easy you are on the first date. All this armor can be upgraded at the workbench, and it goes without saying it's only compatible with female characters. I honestly would love to meet the guy that gets really bummed out at that last sentence. Like, didn't even see it coming. What? What? This skimpy female armor isn't available for male characters? My life is fucking ruined! What? Fuck! I rate this mod one really poor country's space program. Okay, boys, we almost made the stratosphere that time. Reload! Armor mods are good and all, but how many armor mods add wicked armor sets and wicked weapons at the same time? Probably like 3, right? Well, we'll fucking make it 4 with this mod installed. This mod adds a very stylish King Crusader emo armor mod to the game, as well as some pretty sweet weapons. The devil really is in the details with this mod, with its unique design that has been crafted to perfection, right down to the very stitching that's holding it all together. This armor really stands out because of its excellent attention to detail and its overall style. This is truly one of the nicest armor mods I've seen for Skyrim Special Edition. This mod also adds some outstanding looking weapons to the game, including a couple swords and a ritualistic style dagger, perfect for sacrificing virgins. The swords and dagger also look spectacular and fit the overall style of Skyrim's world space very well. Now, if you want to acquire this armor, it can be found southwest of Whiterun near the Bloated Man's Grotto. It should be in 2 chests located around the statue of Talos about halfway through. The armor is also craftable and can be found under the Ebony section at the forge. This mod suits its name because when you wear the armor or use the weapons, you really do feel like a king. Now, if I were king, I would like to think that not only would I be a just, but I would be a modest king. Like, for instance, I would only have 1 stable boy, rather than the typical 4, whom I would still beat uncontrollably. But, Sometimes I would pretend like I wasn't gonna beat him, but then I still would. I would beat that stable boy until my arms hurt. Because that's my right as king. To beat defenseless stable boys. I rate this mod one guy who thinks he's an astronaut, but he gets dizzy walking up the stairs.
Oopsie, I missed one.
This mod adds the Black Sacrament armor pack to the game as a standalone armor. The armor is fully modular and customizable, comprised of multiple parts, add-ons, and color variants, so you can really change up its look to suit your particular playstyle. This mod also adds a handful of new weapons to the game that go great with this new armor. Now, if you want to acquire this Gotha kid's wet dream, then you should receive a quest as soon as you download the mod. The quest will have you locate the 5 assassin grave sites around the world space, exhume the shallow grave mounds, and loot the corpses to gain access to the spell tomes that will teach you the forging spells. There are a total of 10 forge spells. Also, each armor set is craftable according to its color variants per spell. However, many of the armors do require human parts to craft, just in case you thought you were going to be able to put these together with just some super glue and a bag of glitter. Haha, no. These duds require human sacrifice, which is not an ideal marketing slogan. And no, it is not. I'd imagine if Gap put that on their ads, then they might get some blowback from the community. The weapons can also be crafted from the forging spells, and during the quest, you may find parts of the armors and some of the weapons on the corpses. This is one of the best looking armor mods in Skyrim, and makes an excellent addition to anyone's playthrough of the game. This is one of Skyrim's best kept secrets. I mean, it must be nice, being able to keep a secret like that. You know, you pull your butt cheeks apart one time on camera for a rich pervert, and you think nobody will ever know. Thanks a lot, I won't tell anyone.com, you fucking liars! Anyways, I highly recommend trying this mod out at least once, just to see how it fits. Chances are, you won't regret it. I rate this mod one guy who wasted so many delicious cookies. Hey, what happened to all the cookies? Kyle, you motherfucker! Now this mod adds a full set of armor and weapons inspired by Oblivion's DLC, Knights of Nine, but with a completely new look based on ESO's Breton armor concept art. And boy oh boy, do these armors look delicious. But looks aren't everything, are they? However, they sure do help if you're looking to make it as an underwear model though, don't they? For some reason, photographers don't care how funny you are if you look like a giant baby in your tidy whities. There's just something about that image being etched into people's brains that doesn't move Calvin Klein's off the shelf, apparently, okay? So that's the last time I put myself out there and send in some risque 8x10s. That much I know for sure. Now this mod includes the complete armor with 2 helmets to choose from. It also has a ring, the sword Chrysamere, the mace Light of Day, and a warhammer called Skull Crusher. There's also 5 new shrines that have been added to the game with new models and appropriate blessings. Everything in this mod is obtained through a lore-friendly quest, started by praying at any shrine of Brittany Pantheon, and following the commands of the divine from there. Now, all of the weapons can be obtained in one-handed or two-handed versions, as well the armor can be acquired in heavy or light variants. And it's also compatible with all races, genders, and body weights. Now, all of the items are balanced to fit the game as late-game equipment, and can be tempered with the Ebony smithing perk. They all include custom unique enchantments as well, with new functionalities such as bouncing enemy spells back, having access to new spells, and much more. This armor and weapon set is an incredible addition to the game and fits the world space perfectly. I rate this mod one kid just working on them gains.
Yep, just finished sculpting my latissimus dorsi. It's a small muscle, but it's my life.
Now, I used to do a lot of hunting. I used to really be into it. Then one day, don't ask me how it happened, but the deer got a hold of the gun. And let's just say, he wouldn't listen to reason. Come on, Bambi. We can talk about this. Just give me the gun. Nobody needs to get hurt. Just give me... Okay, I'm cool. Relax, man. I'm cool. You're cool. We're all cool. Relax. Everyone's friends here. So that's why I stopped hunting. One of the things about a lot of the armor mods in Skyrim Special so far is that they protect against swords and arrows and shit like that, but they do very little to protect against a chilly dick and balls. Well, this mod protects against those chilly breezes that are wisping through the world of Skyrim, and it just looks great while it does it. Yeah, it doesn't quite protect as well against those pesky swords and arrows, but what would you rather? Protection against something that may happen, like getting stabbed, or protection against something that definitely will happen, like getting a frostbitten butthole? This mod adds a very warm looking armor to the game, game that both looks comfortable and protective. There are multiple variants of this armor, some with a bit more armor and some with less, depending on what kind of look and character type you're into. This armor can be crafted under the leather category between 11 p.m. and 12 a.m., but only if you've completed the quest, all met by midnight, which is given to you by a Daedric dude. Now this is a really unique way of incorporating this armor into the game, which I really like because it made you feel like you actually had to accomplish something before you can wear this epic armor. This armor is available for both male and female characters, however, the female version is missing a lot of the fabric to the point where it would give your little church-going gam-gam a heart attack just looking at it. This is an excellent, very immersive armor mod that has a little something for everybody. The best part of this armor actually has to be the giant fucking hood though, because until this mod, I didn't feel that I could ever really enjoy a hood in Skyrim Special, but man, this armor fucking nailed it. I rate this mod one plant that I'm not allowed to be alone in a room with for any length of time. I just want to touch you with my mouth. You know what's better than having a ballin' vampire suit that has some features that make you a better immortal? Nothing. That's what. Nothing. Well, except maybe having a pet that shits money. That would be amazing. This mod adds an epic vampire-themed armor to the game. This set of armor is equivalent to the Ebony tier and can be crafted with the Ebony smithing perk under the Ebony section at the Forge. The hood offers much less protection than the Ebony helmet, but I mean, that's kinda obvious. Hoods aren't meant for protection. They're meant to conceal your identity when you rob a quickie way for a pack of cigarettes. There are 3 versions of this armor that can be crafted, each giving a unique bonus when worn. There is the Royal Guard Cuirass, which gives the wearer a 15% chance to throw melee attackers in the air, draining their health by 20 points for 4 seconds. So this armor will scare the shit out of all those bitch-slapping bandits, making them think twice before they try to backhand you in the neck again. There's also the Abyss Walker Cuirass, which muffles your footsteps and allows vampires to regenerate stamina, magicka, and health in the sunlight, which is super useful. There is also the Assassin Cuirass, which turns you into a wisp of smoke when you sneak outside of combat, granting you invisibility. So now you'll be able to watch Lydia undress without her getting all awkward and shit and running out of the room. This mod works with both male and female characters, as well as with all races. This is a great mod for people who enjoy playing as vampire characters in their playthrough. I rate this mod one guy who's really bad at learning how to read. No, don't look at me. Look at the words. Fuck, Charles, seriously, how do you not get this? I don't know about you guys, but I was a wee bit disappointed with the Imperial outfits in the vanilla version of Skyrim. I really felt that they were lacking any discernible narrative that was worth a damn, and didn't make me feel too good about siding with them via their lack of fashion sense. Oftentimes I'd fake being sick just so I wouldn't have to show up to work to wear their goddamn uniforms. This mod sorts that and overhauls the Imperial armor and outfits to make them more visually appealing. It also overhauls the shields and swords so that everything has the same continuity, and that continuity is that of the Roman Empire. And what better way to scare the shit out of the Stormcloaks than to look like Russell Crowe in Gladiator when he beats the ever-loving fuck out of Joaquin Phoenix. This mod changes the outfits of the generals themselves so they'll look way more important with their cool armor and their big capes. And if there's anything that makes you look way more important, it's a really cool cape. That or it makes you look completely insane, it just depends on how well you own it. General Tullius' uniform is also changed, as well as the light, studded, and heavy variants of the Imperial armor. All of the new armors look outstanding and really make you want to side with the Imperials just out of aesthetics alone. Which is a really awkward conversation when you actually think Ulfric's in the right, but you can't side with him because you think his group looks like a bunch of chodas. Yeah, you guys make a really good point. Boy, do you look shitty doing it. I gotta go. This is an amazing addition to the game that I would recommend to anyone's playthrough, unless of course you like making the Imperials look shitty as shit. Then this mod just isn't for you. I rate this mod one guy who really gets into waving at people. Hey, Gary! Gary! It's me, Mike! It's Michael! It's Michael! It's me, Mike! Michael! Over here! Gary! Gary, over here! It's Michael! Mike! Me! Hello! Hey! Gary! 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 Now, what you wear can definitely say a lot about you as a person. For instance, just look at this guy. Yeah, you'd hang out with him, right? Maybe even have a sleepover and eat popcorn with that cool fella? Yeah. But then look at this guy! Yeah, you wouldn't even bend over with that weirdo in the room, would ya? Now, Skyrim does have a lot to choose from in terms of armors, but there's always room for improvement, especially when that improvement is immersive and so well done. This mod adds more armors to the game that all look incredible and fit into the lore of Skyrim perfectly. This mod adds new life to the game, making a new playthrough feel very unique. adding 55 new armor sets to the game and over 60 including the different variants of those armors. It adds tons of new helmets as well as 396 new shields and a large number of other items such as eye patches, capes, earrings, scarves, and much more. All these items are craftable, upgradable, enchantable, and are integrated into the game through leveled lists, quest rewards, game placement, or on specific NPCs in the game. This mod is so well done that it will almost completely change your playthrough of Skyrim by adding so much more to the game. This honestly could have been a DLC in and of itself as it has been implemented into the game so well. Sometimes it can be difficult to tell if an armor is part of this mod or if it was in the game to begin with, as the armors and other items added by this mod fit into the world so well. This is definitely a must-have mod for anyone who wants to add some variety to the armor and clothing dynamic of Skyrim Special. I rate this mod one weird guy who likes to run behind animals and spank them on the ass.
Oh yeah, run faster. Yes, oh, I spank you hard as fuck.
Now this new Legion armor looks absolutely amazing. I mean, the old Legion armor, it was okay. It was okay. Did it change my life? You know what I mean? Did it make me want to write poetry and run through meadows and shit all naked, letting my dick and balls, like, hit, like, flowers and dandelions in the fucking mouth? No, it didn't. It didn't have that effect on me. Although I do still do that, the old Legion armor didn't make me want to do that, is what I'm saying. I might still do that. I might still do that, but not because of the old Legion armor. But now with this new Legion armor, man, I feel refreshed. I feel like a new me, you know? I put this stuff on, I wear it around, I let the fucking peasants gawk at me from a distance. It just makes me feel whole, you know? Like I'm worth more. Anyways, this modification adds armor for the Imperial Legion. The armor replaces the standard game armor variants, and I couldn't be more impressed. Legion soldiers are dressed in 3 types of armor. They have leather, chainmail, and segment armor. Most soldiers will wear heavy armor. Some of them will have cloaks. Now, legates will be dressed in a heavier segmental armor. There's also a specially crafted armor for the penitus oculatus, or the penis tutatus, the penitus, the penitus. Such armor will be able to be obtained as a reward for the destruction of the Dark Brotherhood. Now, the General and Emperor are dressed in a previous modification, but it still looks absolutely fantastic. The modification also adds an old Legionnaire armor from Oblivion. Such armor can be found in a cave near Helgen. It lies immediately in front of a spider's nest, so if you like spiders, it's a great place to find a new armor. If you hate spiders, it's a terrifying place to find a new armor. Now, it will be rusty, but it can be repaired at a forge, so you guys can relax, calm down. It's gonna be alright. I rate this mod one cat hiding from the shit that it just took.
If I remain perfectly still, it won't see me.
Now, do you enjoy looking so evil, you bitch lap babies for fun? Do you like wearing an armor that looks so ethically lopsided it would give Joffrey from Game of Thrones a hard penis? Well then buckle up, boys and girls, because do I have a treat for you. This mod adds the Gotha armor to the game, which includes the armor, boots, gloves, helmet, a new unique axe, which is so big and scary, it makes people poop in their panties if you start wailing it around all willy-nilly in a local shopping mall. It also adds a new boss NPC who's clearly on some performance-enhancing drugs because he's bigger and stronger than any other human-based NPC. How do you get this delicious eye-impregnating masterpiece, you ask? Well, you'll have to venture to the new location that's been marked on your map. Once you enter the location, you'll be greeted by a giant NPC who clearly lifts, who will pull your butt cheeks apart and punch you directly in the asshole if you're not careful. Now, if you don't want this monster to eat your ass, I recommend using God mode, or at the very least, just be better than me at the game. Once he's pushing up daisies, you'll be able to steal all his gear, which consists of all the new gear and the unique axe as well. Now, there's also some lore for this armor as well to really immerse it into the game. Again, I am paraphrasing here based on some of my really vague notes, so some of the details might not be 100% accurate. But I do believe the warrior is from the far north, and it says here he's feared by Manny. Now, that's probably a typo, or maybe it's not. Maybe he's just feared by one guy named Manny, who I would imagine is a timid little Mexican fella. Now, it says here he has killed thousands of warriors. Not Manny, no. Manny's a bitch. No. The boss NPC. He's the guy who's been on some killing sprees in his day, okay? Now, when he's done killing or his arms get tired from that stabbing motion over and over again, he likes to come back to his keep and try to cool off, likely with a Bud Light or something. And when he finds himself at peace, he just goes around killing people again. So really, you're doing the world a favor by ending this guy. He's basically an unstable, mass-murdering lunatic who gives poor Manny panic attacks on the regular. So this madman needs to be stopped, or our boy Manny is never going to have a dry night's sleep ever again. Okay? Now, I think it's safe to say I probably got some of the lore wrong here, so if you do want to learn more about this armor, then check out the mod author's page on Bethesda.net. This armor is one of the nicest armor sets I've seen in Skyrim Special Edition, and another quality mod by Lecree. Note, although the armor works on female characters, it looks best on male characters. So if your character has big floppy titties, it might not complement all of your assets, if you know what I'm saying. If you feel what I'm throwing at you here, okay? I rate this mod one guy who thought photography was gonna be super easy. All my pictures come out as giant creepy eyes looking back at me. I have no idea what's going on here. This mod adds a sexy new armor to the world of Skyrim. It adds a new helmet, armor, gloves, booties, a new unique sword, shield, location, and even a new boss NPC that's crazy enough to spank a lion directly on the asshole with his bare hands. Now, how do you acquire this panty-dropping, titty-milking Draconian attire, you ask? Well, all you'll have to do is go to the new location that's been marked on your map once this mod has been installed. There you will find an angry, semi-psychotic, super-strong NPC who will attack you like you just farted directly in his eyes. Now, he's a take-no-prisoners kind of guy, and he may also be a biter, so don't get too close. I recommend you run around like a madman for a long period of time and just try to tucker him out. Now, if that doesn't work, you can always play dead or play possum, but pose in a really sexually inviting position. See, a position like this may confuse him just enough to get in that killer blow. But in all seriousness, don't go for this armor at an early level or you will get your dick slapped. Now, once you do defeat this boss NPC, however, you will be able to loot him and get his armor and weapons, which are all pretty amazing. Now, there's also some lore behind this boss NPC to further immerse him into the world of Skyrim, which I will paraphrase based on these incredibly vague notes that I made. So hold on to your nipples because we're about to take a ride on the lore train. Now, according to my notes, Gawain was a knight who served the 7 dragon kings of old. He was respected amongst his people, but all that changed the day his loved one died. Now, it doesn't say who his loved one is, but I'm assuming it was a pet gerbil named Enrique. This guy looks like a gerbil-owning kind of guy, you know? Now, when Gawain entered his town, he got a dark message from one of the Dragon Kings. His family was in danger, and when he arrived, his wife, kids, and friends were all killed. Even Enrique, those sick Dragon King fucks killing Enrique like that. Apparently, all but one of the Dragon Kings were behind this master plot, because they were all massively jealous of Enrique and his giant gerbil penis. Now, without thinking, Gawain attacked the Dragon Kings and killed them all in one night, slaughtered them. And when he returned, the mages from all over the land feared him because of his massive strength and the fact that they could see his erection through his plate armor, which was also pretty eerie and weird. So they placed a spell on him, which stripped him of all his memories and locked him in a tower where he went mad, killing anyone who dares find him. That's where you come in. You go find him, and you go kill that mad son of a bitch. Now, I did take some liberties with some of the details here, so be sure to check out the mod author's page for a more accurate account of Gawain's history, okay? Now, this is an absolutely amazing looking armor that is a must-have addition to anyone's playthrough of Skyrim Special Edition. I rate this mod one crocodile that's holding a guy hostage until he gets all his demands.
I want a helicopter, a Blu-ray copy of Jurassic Park, and I want those outdoorsmen to stop fucking with me and jumping on my back for views on YouTube.
A lot of people don't know what judicator means, but I know what judicator means. I know what it means. It means to judicate on things. I respect that. As a person who feels that I might be a judicator myself, that I might sometimes judicate, you know, sometimes when I'm feeling a little lonely, I judicate a little. Sometimes too much. Sometimes I start judicating and I can't stop. I can't stop myself from judicating. It's just like, oh my god, I'm judicating so much right now. You know, you get there sometimes. So from one judicator to another, I look at this armor mod and I think, this is mint. This is mint. Arc Knight Judicator armor. This is incredible. We're sharing in the judication. This adds a crazy detailed and historical armor and beautiful greatsword to Skyrim. The armor and greatsword are craftable under the steel category and requires steel smithing to craft it. The armor has the same stats as ebony armor, and the greatsword is as strong as dragonbone. You can also find a set of this armor in the Blue Palace in Solitude. When I think of great armor additions to Skyrim, I always think to myself, oh, is this medievally looking enough to add to the game or whatever? Even though this is a fantasy game, almost every time I add anything, I always want to add something that's like sort of medieval looking. And this is one of those great medieval looking armors that just sort of gets overlooked all the time. It looks absolutely fantastic. I rate this mod one lizard that's just fed up with 2020.
That's it. Fuck it. I'm out.
Oftentimes you hear about these factions in Skyrim, you know? Well, what was it, you know what I mean? There's all these factions and I'm not allowed to join them. Well, guess what? I want to join those factions. I want to be part of their group. Or I want to murder all of them and wear their fucking clothes around. Because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about murdering people and then wearing their shit and pretending to be them. This mod adds armors and weapons from some of the unjoinable factions in Skyrim. It adds the Vigilance of Stendarr, which is an order dedicated to eradicating Daedra, founded immediately after the Oblivion Crisis. Now, the armor and weapons can be crafted after investigating Dim Hollow Crypt. It also adds the Silver Hand, which are mercenaries and professionals who hunt monsters. No one knows where their main base is or who gives the orders, but judging by their huge dicks, it's probably someone super savage. Now, their armors and weapons can be crafted after wiping them out of Skyrim. There is also the Alik'r Mercenaries, which is an elite Hammerfell warriors who provide military services for local nobility. Their armor and weapons can be crafted after helping them capture a certain fugitive or wiping them out. Option 2 is always there, you know? There is also the Blood Horkers. Silly me. Which is a gang of sea raiders whose base is on an island in the Sea of Ghosts. Their armor and weapons can be crafted after, you guessed it, wiping them out. And finally, there's the Black Blood Pirates, my personal favorite, who are dressed in leather-clad armor to protect them from dampness and humidity of the marine climate. Their weapons and armor can be crafted after wiping them out. These armors are so cool that I don't even like these unplayable factions, but I pretend to be these unplayable factions just because I like the armor so much. I mean, the Vigilance of Stendarr, they're kind of a bunch of bitches, if you ask me, but now that they got these new armors, sign me up. I'm a cosmetic guy, man. I'm all about how it looks. And the Vigilance of Stendarr's new gear, oh my fucking god, does it do it for me. I feel like a knight of the old republic. I feel like I need to be in a round table somewhere, getting jerked off by Lancelot. I feel like a badass when I'm wearing these armors. If I had to venture a guess on how the mod author made these armors, I would assume that he probably sold his soul to the devil so that he would be amazing in making armor mods. It's the only thing that makes sense. I just picture this mod author like dancing in the woods covered in blood, just chanting, being like, hoop da ha da, hoop da hop da, you know, and then he comes home to his wife and kids. They're like, where were you, Pete? He's like, I was making sure that I'm the best goddamn armor creator in Skyrim. That's what I was doing, you sons of bitch kids. What the fuck are you asking me questions for? You should be in bed, goddamn. It's 4 a.m. You know? That's what I picture. I could be wrong. I rate this mod one photo of someone who listened to the wrong person at work. Oh, apparently International Weird Outfit Day isn't a thing. Well, I feel ridiculous. The Sithis armor is dark and scary, like Asian kids in horror movies. It terrifies me in ways I can't even fully comprehend. This mod adds a Dark Brotherhood themed assassin armor with a light and heavy version available for both male and female characters. The armor is craftable at any forge, if you have an 85 smithing level or a 75 light and heavy armor level, depending on which one you wish to craft. Yeah, so just get out there and, craft away or have at her. I personally love crafting this armor. It does things to me, you know? Weird, sexy, naked things. Oh yeah, it does it, you know? Sometimes when I put this armor over my body, I'm not wearing any clothes underneath. Not in no underwear, nothing. It's just me and the armor, baby. Just feeling it press up against my nips. Now, all the stats of this armor are roughly at the same level as the Ebony gear, though you'll only need a standard steel level crafting materials to make it, so that's a win-win. There are also 2 variants of the cowl, a more straightforward black one, and one with a pattern of a skull. You can also have a hoodless mask or a maskless hood, whatever really tickles your dick. You'll be able to craft all these variants at the forge, though. There's also matching blades, a one-handed short sword, a two-handed bastard sword that the mod author created from scratch, and there's also a bow and a dagger as well. There is so much here to love. I can't believe they fit it all in one little package. I rate this mod 1 hippo trying to eat another hippo. Stop it, Carl. You're not gonna eat me. Yeah, but I bet you were scared, weren't you? Have you ever seen an armor that's just so epic words could not describe its epicness? Well, this is as close as I think you can get to that type of armor without going blind. This armor looks so good it's like the yoga pants of armor mods, which means that if you wore this armor to the gym, I would dry hump you like you were wearing a pair of Lululemons. If you don't want to be dry humped, lady, then don't wear the yoga pants! Think about it. This armor combines classiness, elegantness, big dickedness, and shininess all in one to create an armor that would make Greymane fucking kill himself if he ever looked directly at it.
I'll never be able to compete with this. It's amazing.
This armor looks incredible and has a very unique looking design. The design looks like nothing I've ever seen before in any other armor mod, with its porcupine style helmet and its classy as fuck looking craftsmanship. Now, if you can't get to second base after a girl has seen you wearing this armor, then that girl is obviously a lesbian. She's just not into the guy armor. The textures and meshes on this armor are very well done and it just looks amazing. Now, if you want to acquire this armor, you'll be able to craft it at the forge under the Daedra category. This armor comes in 4 pieces, including a helmet, gauntlets, cuirass, and booties. Like the other BDO armor, this armor is only available for male character types. Meaning if you play as a female character, now is a good time to get a sex change and find out what you've been missing out on. Yeah. I would highly recommend this mod to anyone's playthrough of the game, unless of course you like playing as a female character, in which case I would not recommend this mod, as it would just make you want to play as a male character so bad that you'd wake up late at night covered in Cheeto dust, wondering where it all went wrong. I rate this mod 1 bedazzled wildebeest that loves to lick the ground.
It's not so much the flavor, but the texture I like.
Now, every now and again, you'll come by a corpse that just has a fabulous fashion sense. And you'll think to yourself, wow, I'd really like to wear that dead guy's clothing. Now, if I had $1 for every time I robbed a grave and wore a dead person's clothing, I'd have $86.36 right now. Yeah, I'd be ballin'. Yeah. Now, you're probably wondering where the 36 cents came from. Well, sometimes I like to dress the corpses up in my clothes. Yeah, like a real sicko. So it's like taking away from me. But it turns me on. Not having this outfit in your playthrough is a lot like letting the boogeyman sleep right next to you at night. It's undesirable, to say the least. Speaking of boogeyman, I apparently was a very logical child, because I didn't believe in the boogeyman. Rather, I was a lot more concerned about the pedophile who used to press his dick against my bedroom window. That guy scared the shit out of me. He used to point right at me, say, I'm coming for you, bud. This mod adds Youngle's armor set to the game to go with his ballin' helmet. I don't know about you guys, but I was hella disappointed when I first found his helmet, only to leave my nipples completely exposed to the dangers of Skyrim, without any armor to cover them. Now my nips will have the same safety and style as my face does with this mod installed. This armor is fully temperable, unique, and can be found in a very immersive location alongside the helmet. So you will need the Coral Dragon Claw to access this armor, but trust me, it's worth it. For those of you who are unaware of where to find Youngle's helmet, it as well as this armor can be found in Youngle's Burrow, which is located to the east of Windhelm. Once you go inside, it can be located inside the boss room, inside of a chest. I rate this mod 1 lady who only knows how to communicate through handprints. No, bitch, I don't know what that means. We've been doing this shit for 3 hours! Now this armor makes me feel like Prince Charming in one of those Disney movies, except instead of a glass slipper, I'd go around with a big rubber dildo in search of the perfect fit. Nope, it's not this one, geez. Let's keep searching. Are you a hideous-looking man-beast with a corroded history and a face not even a mother could love? Do you need an armor that will not only protect you from combat, but will also mask your shame? Well, then you've come to the right place, because this armor looks so good I'm pretty sure female NPCs will try to fuck you through the chrome. This armor is shiny, pretentious, and just a breath of fresh orgasm. This armor isn't like any other armor I've seen in Skyrim Special before, and seems to take its design from a more historical reference point. This looks like an armor that very well could have existed in our own history, rather than that of the fictional designs we're so used to seeing in the world of Skyrim. Even though this isn't completely consistent with the atmosphere of Skyrim, it does blend in very well with the world, and feels very immersive in its design. The mod authors did an excellent job making this armor not only realistic looking, with excellent craftsmanship and high quality textures, but also immersive as well. Now, if you want to acquire this mod, you can craft it at the Forge under the Steel category. There are 4 pieces of this armor, including the helmet, the gauntlet, the boots, and the cuirass. Now, this armor is only available for male characters, so if you play as a female character, well then don't do that, and just play as a male character. This is a great armor mod that really stands out in the world and makes you feel special as fuck when you wear it. I mean, not coloring book special, but getting picked first for football special. This armor adds a little bit of realism to the world of Skyrim, but does so in such a way that you still feel immersed in the game while you play it. I rate this mod 1 guy just showing off like an asshole. We get it, buddy. You got new sandals and they look majestic. A uniform can say a lot about a person. Some say I fly a plane like a pilot. Some say I keep people safe like a security guard. And others say I hate my father like a Hooters girl. This armor is a lot like that in the sense that it adds a great armor to the game that operates as a uniform, and represents an elite group of warriors that were commissioned by Emperor Talos. They were so badass, in fact, that Talos made them their very own armor to make all the girls at the clubs wet as fuck when they rolled in. Now, this armor operates as a sign to other people saying that you're dealing with someone very dangerous. Just like when you see a shark fin and you know you're in trouble. See, I'm not actually afraid of sharks though. I am, however, afraid of being in the water with a shark, because that seems to be where them sons of bitches thrive. However, you put a shark on a skateboard and you roll him into a dry as fuck room and I'll slap that fucker right on the face. No problem. Take that, you sons of bitch. This mod adds 12 new items to the game, from boots to capes to helmets to weapons and so much more. All the items look incredible and really make you feel unique as fuck when you're strolling around Skyrim, doing whatever people do when they're playing Skyrim. All these items can be crafted under the steel section at the Forge and require the advanced armor perks to be accessible. All these items, excluding the capes, can be upgraded, so you can make them all super strong. This armor is PC friendly and can be worn by both male and female characters, as well as all the races. This is an excellent mod that adds a very lore friendly set of armor to the game that fits in great and offers the right amount of protection the Dragonborn would need if he was gonna take on dragons and shit. I rate this mod 1 surprise in the bedroom that makes you think twice before you sleep in the nude. Last time that little guy punched me right in the dick. I think he did it on purpose. Now, this armor has a great name. It unequivocally gives you all you need to know right from the beginning. And a great name is really important. I mean, just look at global warming, for example. People overlook it because its name doesn't sound threatening enough. Warm things are nice. Nobody's afraid of warm things. Oh my god, watch out for that warm fire. Oh, it's so soothing and nice. Don't curl up next to it with a nice book. Oh, you won't like that. Now, if they called it something scary, like ice-raping heat beater, then people would be like, oh shit, I don't want to get raped and beaten. I really should stop breaking styrofoam in my backyard all willy-nilly. For those of you who don't know what a heretic is, it's a person who holds an opinion that is at odds with what is generally acceptable. For instance, I was considered a heretic when I beat the shit out of an 11-year-old boy because he said I was too old to play Pokemon. So I fucked him up. Nobody's too old to collect Bulbasaurs, Billy. Nobody! With that said, this armor is supposed to be an armor that goes against the norm, creating something unique, fascinating, and eye-tastic. This armor combines a number of different vanilla assets to create what looks to be a vampire-inspired armor that would even give the Dawnguard an erection. The combination of the Dawnguard helmet, the ebony pieces, and the vampire lord armor just makes this armor look epic as fuck. It looks and feels so good, it just must be wrong, right? Now, if you want to acquire this armor, you can find it in the Volkire runes in the armory. I know there's probably a few people out there who are probably flipping their shit thinking I pronounced that incorrectly, okay? And they just want to stop me and be like, hey, Baters, it's pronounced Legionnaire. John Cena. So for you people, I just want you to know I'm probably going to pronounce a lot of things incorrectly, so buckle up. It goes without saying, but you will need the Dawnguard DLC for this armor to work properly. This armor is very lore friendly and is compatible with both female and male body types. For an armor that is supposed to make you feel like an outcast, it sure does make being a loner feel like the cool thing to do. I rate this mod 1 giant bird that thinks it's invisible. Holy shit, that's a big bird.
Wait, you can see me?
If you are the type of person that really likes the nightingale armor but hates how your butt cheeks are trapped in those practical pants, then this armor will put a smile on your dick. This armor is a very Slooty take on the original nightingale armor, and it honestly looks wicked. Now it is on the Slootier side for sure, but even still, this armor makes your female character look like one nasty little fucker. I don't know whether I should be turned on or frightened when I look at this armor, but honestly, I like the feeling. Now there are multiple variants of this armor that all look great. Now in true Deserter X fashion, the variants go from covering most shit up to becoming scandalous as fuck, sporting a fluorescent green thong that looks like it glows in the dark. There are also multiple weapons that come with this armor, including a crossbow, a bow, matching swords, dagger, bolts, and arrows. This outfit, aside from offering an array of different styles to choose from, is really one of a kind, in the sense that it accentuates all the good and bad features at the same time, making this outfit immersive in that it looks like something a thief may wear, or at least in my fantasies they would. Also, it looks so badass, even people who only play as male characters may just want to try this outfit on for size. Now, if you'd like to acquire this armor, just like all the other Deserter X armor mods, you're going to need the crafting manual to do so. Check out the Rift and take a look around, and you may just be in luck. Now, if you do want a full spoiler, check out the mod authors page on the Nexus for more details. This armor can be upgraded at the Forge once you've acquired it, and its stats are equivalent to the Daedric Light armor, with some bonuses when you wear additional armor pieces. Although this armor doesn't look like it could handle a cannonball right to the gunt, it does look efficient and effective in regards to a stealthy character. Now, if you don't want it to be super slooty, you can tone down the slootiness, for those of you who don't like to play with your floppy penis on your keyboard. And I would recommend this mod to anyone's playthrough of the game, regardless of whether you play as a female character or not. Now, if you don't play as a girl character, just put this outfit on Lydia and smash her with your boner. I rate this mod one guy who's taken one too many drugs.
I love the color purple. It's so soft.
Sometimes I like to fantasize that some simple, sexy barbarian lady will come running out of the woods by my house and just force me to spank her on the ass with my face. I don't know why she's into that, but I do it without hesitation. Now, barbarians are most notable for their uncultured dispositions and their brutish nature, so it's unlikely they'd be very good at Scrabble. However, with that said, they are very good at smashing things and killing things. So the lesson here is don't tell a barbarian they're bad at Scrabble, unless you want your face beaten in. This mod embodies that chaotic disposition in a set of modular armors for both female and male character types in the game, consisting of more than 15 equipable armor pieces, a helmet, 4 alternative gauntlets, and booties to choose from. All of the armor pieces look great, and they take your character from looking ready to fight to looking ready to fuck, and a clever deduction of fabric and a lowered self-esteem. Now, if you want to acquire these armor pieces, you'll have to find them throughout the world in very logical places. Now, the mod author hints but doesn't directly spell it out for you. Now, the best places he recommends you check out are the Reach, the Rift, and the Pale. If you still can't find them, then you can check out the mod author's page on the Nexus for more spoilers. These outfits all look awesome and they're immersive as fuck. These are just great armors for anyone's playthrough of the game, regardless of whether you play as a female character or not. I rate this mod one guy who's just escaped from prison.
I'm free! I'm free at last!
Thanks again for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to bitch slap that subscribe button like it's 3 weeks behind on your rent. Bitch! Where's the money, bitch? Where's the money? Where is it? Also, go ahead and hit that bell icon too, because apparently YouTube thought there should be extra steps. Why not, right?
I'd like to subscribe, but first I have to click this and do this. Oh, it needs an email. All right, and this. Okay, fuck. Just tell me when he's uploading. Fuck!
Once you do all that, if you're lucky, at the stroke of midnight, a tiny little Averagebaters fairy might come and tickle your butthole. I hope to see you all again next time, and remember to keep on average baiting, baby.